This is the Deciduous Forest by
Shannon Byrne.
and Parker Hotzenpiller. The five abiotics are wind, rainfall, soil, sunlight, and temperature. The wind is unpredictable. It can blow over trees, branches. Also, plants rely on it to spread the pollen. Also, it can spread diseases through the forest. The rainfall receives 30 to 60 inches of rain each year, and it is ranked number 2 in the rainiest biomes. The soil is very fertile. Fallen leaves, twigs, logs, and dead organisms make it so rich. Very thick leaves, but enough space to reach the bottom and let the other layers grow. The average temperature, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but can get as high as 86 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on where the forest is located and the altitude.
This is the biome map. It shows where deciduous forests are located in the world.
This is the food web. Where the animal points, that's what eats it.
The five producers. The five producers are the beech tree, oak tree, trout lily, larkspur, and dogwood tree. The beech tree. The beech is a low branching tree that has yellow-colored bark. Beech can grow in a variety of soil types as long as they aren't waterlogged. The oak tree. The oak tree can go up to 100 feet if left alone. The width is 4 to 6 feet around and can grow from seacoast to any type of mountain slope. The trout lily. The trout lily takes 7 years to mature. It has 3 yellow sepals and needs rich, moist soil to grow well. The larkspur. The larkspur has 3 to 7 deeply pointed lobes. It needs deep soils and high elevation where plenty of water is. The dogwood tree. The dogwood tree has leaves that have curling veins towards the end of it, and it grows along rivers and wet places.
The five consumers are the raccoon, white-tailed deer, northern cardinal, eastern chipmunk, and pileated woodpecker. The raccoon is brown to gray fur, is an omnivore, eats fruits, berries, insects, rodents, frogs, and crayfish. Has a body length of 40 to 70 centimeters and a body height of 8 to 20 pounds. The white-tailed deer is tan or brown. It weighs between 150 and 300 pounds, and the female weighs between 90 and 200 pounds. It is a herbivore and eats green plants in spring and summer, and in the fall it eats corn, acorns, and other plants. The northern cardinal has a body length of 21 centimeters. It has a distinctive crest on the head and a mask on the face, which is black and in the male and gray in the female. It is an omnivore and eats weed seeds, grains, and fruits. It is a ground feeder and eats beetles, seed disease, grasshoppers, snails, and wild fruit. The eastern chipmunk, it reaches about 30 centimeters in length, including the tail, and a weight between 66 and 150 grams. It has reddish-brown fur on its upper body and 5 dark brown stripes contrasting with light brown stripes along its back, ending in a dark tail. Mainly eats bulbs, fruits, nuts, plants, insects, worms, and bird eggs. The pileated woodpecker. Adults are 40 to 49 centimeters long, span 66 to 75 centimeters across the wings, and weight is 250 to 400 grams, with an average weight of 300 grams. Each wing measures 21.4 to 25.3 centimeters. The tail measures 14 to 17.4 centimeters. The bill is 4.1 to 6 centimeters, and the tarsus measures 3.1 to 3.8 centimeters. They are mainly black with a red crest and have a white line down the sides of each throat. Each insect fruits, nuts, and berries. The decomposers, the Merpilus giant, are usually 50 to 200 centimeters in diameter and 280 centimeters high. The color of the top surface is pale tan to a dull brown and young, but darkens in age. They are often found in large clumps at the base of trees. This mushroom can be found growing on hardwoods too.
The scavengers. The scavengers of the deciduous forest are centipedes and ravens. The centipede crawls around the forest floor and eats decaying plants and little animals. It has brown or red to blend in. Its predators include birds and large insects. The raven. The raven eats animals that have been dead for days. The raven does not have many natural predators. It's cousins with the crow and is always black. The endangered species. The endangered species is the Heller's blazing star. It grows in rocky outcrops at high elevations and in acidic soil. It can reach up to 16 inches in height. It is vulnerable to threats such as hikers and being trampled by animals. The high elevation has different air pollution and acid-like rain that can kill the plant. Primary producer. Primary producer is the maple. You don't know it, but you're probably looking at a maple tree when you're looking in a deciduous forest. The maple is the most abundant plant. The maple thrives in the deciduous forest. They grow on the eastern coast. The maple can grow in many types of soil, but for it to grow efficiently, it needs to have moist and well-drained soil. The soil needs to be either medium or fine textured. The maple has thin branches with buds at the end. The leaves of the maple are dark green on surface and are paler underneath. During the fall, the leaves turn to a beautiful orange and yellow. The purpose of the maple is to provide a place to live for squirrels and little animals. Also, birds make nests in the tree's leafy branches, which are great protection.
The primary consumer is the Virginia opossum. The most common animal in the deciduous forest is the Virginia opossum. They measure from 13 to 37 in length from their nose to their tail. The male weighs from 1.7 to 14 pounds, and the female weighs 11 ounces to 8.2 pounds. Their fur is a dull grayish brown, and their faces are white. Also, they have long, hairless tails, which can be used to grab branches and small objects. Also, it has long, hairless ears and a flat nose, and they also have 50 rows of teeth.
The native tribe. The native tribe is the Iroquois. The deciduous forest is a type of forest that loses leaves in the fall to conserve water, and that makes it very livable for the Iroquois tribe. The Iroquois are a mix of horticulturalists and are farmers, fishers, gatherers, and hunters. The Iroquois' main diet mainly comes from farming. The main crops they grow are corn, beans, and squash. Those were called the Three Sisters and were thought as gifts from the creators. Gathering is a traditional job for women and children. During the summer, wild roots, greens, berries, and nuts were gathered. In the spring, sap was tapped from maple roots and then boiled in maple syrup. They also gathered important herbs for medical uses. The men usually hunted deer, but would also come across turkeys and migratory birds and would harvest those as well. Fishing was a very easy way to get food because the Iroquois lived along the St. Lawrence River. They fished salmon, trout, bass, perch, and whitefish. In the spring, the Iroquois netted, and in the winter, fishing holes were made in ice. The Iroquois lived in longhouses, which were big buildings with only one room. They were built for more than one family, so the grandparents would also likely live with the family along with aunts, uncles, and cousins. The lance and tomahawk were very popular weapons among the Iroquois. Fishing poles and spears were mostly used by fishermen. The first modern weaponry to be used by the Iroquois were rifles such as Winchesters. The Iroquois were an interesting sight on the battlefield. With their decorated headdresses, they struck fear into their enemy and were a huge force of fighting. When Europeans came into the territory, they brought new diseases that the Iroquois were not immune to. Eventually, an epidemic started and greatly reduced the Iroquois population. But slowly, the population came back, and the Iroquois continued to live in the deciduous forest on the eastern part of the United States.
And this is our bibliography. Thank you for watching.